Do they have to be free games? No, because I write it off. I don't have to pay taxes on this because I'm streaming it. That's not a joke. It is not a joke that I can write off games that are purchased for streaming, which is legal. I am doing this for my job. I'm not admitting to something illegal here. If you spend money for your business, you are allowed to write it against your profit. Cool Guy Jim, looking very cool. What is your game? Germa's Big Adventure? Oh, it's free. I don't even have to do tax evasion.
Hey Doug, just wanted to say how messed up it is that you're using the taxpayers' Twitch chats money to fund your gaming addiction. The IRS has been contacted.
You have to understand that Germa's Big Adventure is part of the cost of my business. That's just tax evasion. It's literally not. My job is being a video game streamer. This is like a fairly cut and dry thing. I purchased Breath of the Wild. I obviously wrote that off because I'm gonna play it on stream. Yeah, gifted subs you can write off too, yeah. Not if I go like, you know, just randomly gift subs anonymously to somebody, but if on stream, I'm like, there's 10 gifted subs if I lose this bet. That's like part of the job, that's part of the work. To be clear, that doesn't mean it's free. It just means it goes against your revenue. It's not like I get all the video games for free. It's not how write-offs work. That's fraud in Canada. How is it fraud? This is part of the job. If I'm a video game streamer and I'm purchasing games for stream, that's part of the cost of doing business. This is not crazy. I know most of you are just fucking with me, but a couple of you are probably like, why is he admitting to this? It's not a crazy thing. It's not fraud. You can gift us subs for free. If I gift a sub, I still lose $5, to be clear. $5 leaves my bank account and it goes into Twitch's account, right? All that changes at the end of the year, the amount of money I have to pay taxes on changes because my profit is less. And so it's just the amount of revenue that is taxed is slightly less. I don't get the $5 for free. It's not like the government just gives me all the money back. That's not how it works. It does save like $2 per sub. No, it doesn't. Okay, if taxes, let's say the taxes are like 25%, right? It saves 25% approximately of the cost. On average, let's say it's 25 or 30% of what you're gonna be taxed by the government, okay? So if I paid $50 for Breath of the Wild, I know it's more than that, but if I paid for math, if I paid $50 for Breath of the Wild, and I say, okay, that was for my business, that means it's $50 less of taxable income. So 30% of that, right, is like what, $15 or 20, $17? What is 50 divided by 3? Why did I pick that number? 60 would have been way easier. Whatever the number is, right? So I'm saving like $12, I guess, on taxes. I haven't seen a Tears of the Kingdom stream yet. Okay. That is true. If I don't stream Tears of the Kingdom, then that is tax fraud, and you guys can sue me on behalf of the government. You can make a citizen's arrest, and you can break into my apartment. You can shoot me with a gun. That's how the law works, if you catch somebody in the act. So I have to play before the end of the year, or I am like a class 8 felony. Even if I committed legitimate tax fraud, as long as I talk about it on stream, and make a video out of it, then it was part of my job and I can write it off and I'm good. Checkmate, government. As long as I do it on stream. This shirt I wrote off because I wore it on stream. Not a joke. I got this for free. It's all free for me. I just have to wear it on stream and then it's free. Okay, here, there's another thing. I wrote off my Gerald Ford t-shirt. If I don't wear my Gerald Ford t-shirt and I still write that off at the end of the year, that is tax evasion, and you guys should sue me. What's the Gerald Ford stream? No. Gerald Ford's a guy. He's like a president. Actually, I should be just to be safe. Let me show the Gerald Ford shirt on stream. You guys discuss Gerald Ford while we're waiting. Okay. Okay. Here's the shirt that I wrote off. And now it's completely free. I don't have to pay for it at all. It's crazy. Crazy being a streamer, how much money you save. The chair is free. I did write off the chair, yeah, because it's a business. It's legitimately something I use for my office. This isn't like illegal. You can do this. And it's legit. The Gerald Ford shirt's legit now. That one's pushing it a bit, but I showed it on stream. Maybe this will be like a clip video. Content! Now it should be good. If we clip that and we post it on YouTube, we are definitely in the clear. Now that shirt's free. Gerald Ford's the best, dude. Now, if you're a European and you didn't grow up hearing about Gerald Ford, let me tell you, he's a winner. Gerald Ford was elected as vice president because the previous guy resigned. He wasn't elected. So, like, the guy who was Spiro Agnew was the actual elected vice president, but then Gerald Ford was just there. So he like got the job because the guy quit. And then Richard Nixon was the president and he got impeached. So then Gerald Ford became president because just from that. And then when his presidency ended and he tried to actually get elected for the first time, he lost. God bless you, Gerald Ford. That's our winner. That's our fucking president. We need Gerald Ford back, dude. We need Gerald Ford. I've asked like 8 people since I bought this shirt, like, what do you know about Gerald Ford? And they'll be like, a little bit. And I'll be like, no, literally name one thing you know about Gerald Ford. And nobody's been able to say anything. Nobody's been able to say anything about Gerald Ford. He just lost at everything. He's the best. Oh, bring Gerald back, dude. He pardoned Richard Nixon, too. What a guy. Wait, hold on. We could switch the TTS voice to AI Gerald Ford. It'll sound like this,
friends,
where it's like really crackly.
my fellow Americans, George Washington.
God, he's such a winner. Quick 5-minute adventure. We're gonna make an AI Gerald Ford real quick. This will be fast, don't worry. Okay, what would Gerald Ford say?
Tax evasion is poggies. And Richard Nixon did nothing wrong. That was all fake news. Anyways, I've got to get back to my tax fraud.
We could add a Gerald Ford GPT. This isn't worth doing. What do we want as his avatar? I feel like this is great because then we can make his head like talk like that, right? And that way he pops up really confident. God, I love Gerald Ford so much. Greatest president of our lifetime.
Why is a car company a president?
Look, he was one of the greatest sitting presidents and invented cars. Name one thing Gerald Ford didn't do as a president. You can't do it because you probably don't know anything about Gerald Ford.
Hey Doug, the fact that we want Ford GPT means that this is the first election Gerald Ford has ever won. That's pretty poggies.
That's true. That's so true. We're gonna fucking poggies for Gerald Ford winning finally.
Hey, President Gerald Ford, which is your favorite Shrek movie?
I'm so sorry, but as an AI language model, I cannot ask or answer questions to Gerald Ford, who passed away on December 26, 2006.
This is weird, guys, to have a picture of Gerald Ford in his voice say that he's dead and so he can't tell us his opinion on Shrek. Is this all okay? Is this ethical? I don't know.
Business deductions can only be made for things that are only used for the business.
No, it's not. It's not. I appreciate how interested you guys are in trying to frame me for tax fraud, but I really don't think you're gonna make this work. Ask Parkser. I have talked to Parkser and my actual accountant. I don't do anything illegal.
Doug, I know you have paid and accredited professionals to discuss your taxes with, but have you considered that maybe you should start trusting 8,000 random strangers to tell you how your taxes work?
God, that is a good point.